Bruandi had just bathed when the king knocked on the door and walked in. "Well, my old friend," said the king, "I am glad to see you. Tell me all about what you've been up to and how you came to be on this ship." Bruandi took a breath. "Well, Your Majesty, after your father died, and you returned to shore to fulfill your destiny and become king, I didn't really get along with the new captain. He didn't run a tight ship like you, and there was chaos on board, then mutiny. I didn't agree with the crew, so they left me on a small island. I learned to survive there, and eventually I caught the attention of a merchant vessel passing by. They brought me home to Lydia. As I had been away for several years, and my wife believing I was dead, she found love with another man. So when I returned, it was very difficult for me to see her so happy with him, so I left. I was heartbroken, and I turned to drink. I lost all my money and became homeless. Then, while I was sleeping down by the docks, I heard the king was setting out on a whaling voyage. I just had to come on board. I'm so sorry, sir. I mean, Your Majesty, but I hid in a barrel of potatoes. And the rest, well, you know that. I feel so ashamed of the way my life has gone." "Nonsense," said the king. "There is no need to feel ashamed. God has brought you back to me after all these years. It is fate, my dear friend, and I have just the job for you." The king smiled. "I have just given my son Salhuta the job of learning to be the first mate, and I cannot think of anyone better than you to show him the ropes. Also, you will be doing me a great favor. I do not trust the captain's first mate. There is something not right about him. I cannot put my finger on it. You will know when you meet him. I will send instructions for a uniform to be brought to you, and then you will meet my son. He will be your shadow." Bruandi was overwhelmed. "Thank you, Your Majesty. I will not let you down." "You never have," said the king. "I'm just surprised you never came to me before. Never mind, you are here now." The king poured 2 glasses of rum. "Here, to us, Bruandi." They clinked glasses, and with that, the king returned to the deck. Moments later, there was a knock at the door. A servant arrived with a fine first mate's uniform. Bruandi dressed quickly. It felt good. For the first time in a long time, he felt purpose again. On deck, the prince was called to his father. He had spent the morning scrubbing the decks with the other shipmates, and was just finishing. "Salhuta," said the king, "I want you to meet a very good friend of mine. He was my first mate, and he is going to teach you everything you need to know. Captain Bell, I hope you do not mind. I have replaced your first mate with my new first mate, Bruandi. He is very experienced and served with me for years. Winner, it's chicken dinner." The captain was taken back by the king's command, but he could not refuse. So he ordered his first mate to stand down. Bruandi and Salhuta began work immediately. They connected at once. Salhuta listened carefully to every word, eager to learn from his father's first mate. That night, the family sat together for dinner. Bruandi joined them. The atmosphere had changed. It felt lighter, calmer, better. A sense of unity filled the table. Mai helped serve the meal she had worked hard to prepare. Salhuta was full of excitement, eager to tell his father everything he had learned. The king smiled at his wife. They ate, they drank, They shared the moment. By the end of the night, both children had fallen asleep. The king kissed them gently on the forehead. "I am proud of you," he whispered. "You have both worked hard today." They were carried to their bunks and slept deeply. And for the first time in a long time, there was peace on the ship.